Hey viewers, welcome to BL Astrology once again. I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about the basics of astrology. As you all know, that I am going to be part of the conference in the month of November. And here, in that conference, I will be talking about the advanced predictive techniques. So in this particular video, I will be sharing as to what are the basics, so that if you are going in for the further the advanced technique, so you should be aware of the basics. So this video is for one and all, in case you are looking for the astrological angle, if you want to understand what exactly is this astrology about. So this video is for you. You will get to know a lot of material, things which are involved in astrology, and that too step by step and in a very simplified manner. So to understand, first of all, you must know that in astrology, we have 12. There's a zodiac, which is, in a circle, which is surrounding the earth. And it can be imagined as a belt, in the heavens, and which is 15 degrees wide, and in which the planets travel. So we say that it is 30 degrees, each sign. If there are 12 signs and there is 360 degrees, so we have divided into 30 degrees each. But it is not so when we look at the sky, because they are not equally distributed. It's just that from Earth, we are looking at the sky, and for our convenience, we have divided into 12 parts, and that too equally distributed. That's what the zodiac is looking like from the earth. But it is actually not so. Okay. Now, this is the figure that I was just talking about. So can you see it starts from Aries, and this belt is 15 degrees broad. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So this is what is the zodiac like. So can you see Aries is so small, but still it is occupying 30 degrees. So it is not necessary the whole zodiac is going to be of the 30 degree span. It's just for our convenience that we have categorized. So can you see Gemini takes so much of space, Virgo takes so much of space, Libra takes very little space in the sky. Okay, that is the reason we have to analyze through so many other ways if we really want to understand astrology. So that is the advanced course, which involves. So you can book your slot in that also for the lecture that I'm going to be taking up in the November month. Now, you see, this is how the zodiac looks like, equally distributed. Each sign is 30 degrees, and the whole zodiac is 360 degrees. And it looks like a clock, because clock also has 12 arms, 2 arms and 12 boxes are there. So it's so easy to relate with the clock also. Excuse me. So here it is 360 degrees zodiac and 30 degrees each, and 12 signs, which starts from Aries and all the way till the Pisces sign. So you can make a note of this as well. These are the Vedic names of the signs. Aries is Mesha, Taurus is Vrishabha, Gemini is Mithuna, Cancer is Kataka, Leo is Simha, Virgo Kanya, Libra Tula, Scorpio Vrishik, and Sagittarius Dhanu, Capricorn Makara, Aquarius Kumbha, and Pisces is Meena. So when you will when you're aware of these names, you can easily immediately correlate with the symbol or the physical attire of that particular zodiac. So Aries is Mesha, Taurus is Vrishabha. So you know that it's bull. Vrishab is bull. Mithun is twin. Kataka is Cancer, the crab. Leo is Simha, the lion. Kanya is the lady, the female. Libra is Tulla, so it represents market also, and it is harmony also. So Vrishika is the Scorpio. So that figure just should come up, whenever you're looking at the signs in the sky. Dhanu is a half man, half horse, and is holding an arrow, bow and arrow. So it is very pointed. It has focus. Capricorn is Makara. Aquarius is Kumbha. Kumbha is the is a pitcher with water. The water is flowing out or flowing in. That is something which we have to understand. Meena is eyes. Twin, a fish, actually. Okay, so that's the symbols of the zodiac. Now, quickly, I will run through the planets. There are 9 planets, and they all are very important, equally important, in fact, and they all represent something or the other. Sun is the soul, moon is the mind, Mars is strength, Mercury is the speech giver, Jupiter confers knowledge and happiness, Venus governs the semen, the potency to acquire love also, acquire luxuries of life. Saturn denotes grief and obstructions. Okay, so that's something which these are the basics that you must know. In detail, if you see, Sun is very intelligent. He has curly hair and majestic in speech. He's not very tall. He's having that kind of steady mental disposition. He has small feet. His complexion is red and green. He likes saffron colored robes. He has evenly body. So wherever Sun is in your chart, if it's strong, then all these will be very prominent. Cardiac disorders we see from Sun, boils, blood deficiency, and father. Father is also represented by Sun. Moon is the mother. Moon is the mind. Moon is fair complexion and attractive eyes. Very thin, quite learned, friendly to all, and changes the disposition. Means it is fickle also. So when you talk about moon, you will get to know about the waxing and waning moon in the first place. So moon becomes very important because moon is the deciding factor. The dashas are decided because of this moon. The dasha, Vimashotri dasha, is based on this moon. So whenever you have to see your nakshatra, you are thinking about moon and the first house, the lagna. So we should see from lagna as well, as lagna is the culmination of sun and moon energy. So it is also very important because that sets the tone of the horoscope. I'll come to that also. But definitely, this is something which you have to be keeping in mind, that moon is mother, salt, pearl, zinc, milk, water, flowers, any kind of lungs related disease. And also it represents the hands in the women. Any kind of mental anxiety issues when we see from moon. Now Mars is our strength. Mars is short stature, thin waist. Mars is our physical strength. It is the skin to burning fire. Fickle-mindedness we see from Mars also. Mars is valorous. Mars is an accomplished speaker. That's why when we talk about mimicry, we talk about Mars. Mars rules young brothers, sisters, darkness, royal forts, kingdom, wheat, coral. It also is the roughness in speech. And whatever violence we see in the world around us, that is also because of this Mars. Diseases in the private parts, that is also because of this Mars, because Mars is our blood-related issues, bone marrow, consumption of any kind of poison, any kind of oily foods. That is because of Mars in the dignity, or we can say very strong Mars. People will be very aggressive generally. The speech is very aggressive. When you see people, you can understand that this person's Mars is very, very strong. Fear from thieves, excessive thirst, leprosy, deformity, any kind of deformity in the body is because of this Mars. Mercury is a speech giver. He's clever, speech, capable of implying many meanings. He is green in complexion. Anything related to green colors, we relate it with Mercury. And he rules traders, speculation. Any kind of investments we have to make, we have to see the strength of Mercury. And this is also about unsteadiness of mind and thoughts, stammering of speech, adulterous nature, character. That is also seen from the Mercury's disposition in your chart. If it's afflicted, all these will get impacted. Mental imbalances, diseases of throat, nose, skin, that we see from Mercury. Anemia, fire, nervous disorders, accidents. Also, separation from your family members is also seen from Mercury. Jupiter is the knowledge giver. He is actually the broad one. He's endowed with virtues, learning, modest. He likes yellow apparels. The one who likes yellow apparels and honey, ghee, mythology, and happiness. If you have a strong Jupiter in the chart, you will always be at peace. You will not be fighting with others, though Jupiter denotes ego also. But still, you will be quite mellowed in your personality. You will not be able to fight with anybody. You will be a good teacher. And this also denotes brothers and sisters and husband in a horoscope. And any kind of abdomen, liver, jaundice, related diseases, diseases related to ears, that is also seen from Jupiter. And if there is affliction in Jupiter, female counterparts will have problems in conception or problems to the children. That is because of the Jupiter. So you have to do the remedies of Jupiter. Venus is the, it gives us long arms, beautiful appearance, broad chest, charming face, sensuous, fortunate, and active. Anybody who is very learned must use the knowledge in a proper manner. How you can make money out of money, how you can use the money in luxurious way. All that is seen from this Venus's disposition in your chart. Conveyance, sexual happiness, eyesight, trade, wealth generation, any kind of urinary disorders, venereal diseases, defects of general organs, night blindness, all this is seen from the Venus only. If at all there is any such problem, you should see all these from Venus's position in the chart. Any kind of misfortune, loss of spouse is also seen from Venus. Saturn is our grief, our obstructions. Saturn is the most important planet because he controls our lifespan. He is the ruler of the 8th house. 8th house means the Karaka for 8th house. That's Ayu. So he is tall, black, lame, dirty, impure, wears black apparels. So someone who has all this, that means the Saturn is very strong in the chart. And he indicates misery, livelihood, death, inheritance, treasure, association with famous people. This is also seen from Saturn. Saturn is also outcast. So anybody, if you are getting married to somebody from other religion, so we must see the condition of Saturn. Any kind of different kind of sexual urge, male, female. So that is also to be seen from Saturn and Rahu. So an afflicted Saturn will actually give you strong adversities and increase in problems and obstructions. So that you have to actually do the remedies, and you can obviously work through the Saturn energies, and Saturn gets happy very easily. So don't worry about that. And he's able to, what all diseases are denoted by Saturn? Paralysis, leprosy, rheumatism, fear of unknown, there are unknown fears which you don't even understand what is happening to you. Sometimes separation from your own partner, then problems in progeny also, thefts, litigation, all that is seen from the Saturn. Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is tall, black, and Rahu and Ketu are actually, the Chaya Grahas. They are the shadowy planets. They are just the points of the moon. They are the nodes of the moon. So whenever you have to see the affliction of moon and sun, it will be because of Rahu and Ketu association for sure. In case there are problems or you're prone to anxiety, so that means there is some connection of moon with the Rahu or Ketu. I've seen people very confused, fickle-minded, making decisions they procrastinate or they do not make right kind of decisions is because of Moon and Rahu. If they are having a lot of anxiety, fears, suddenness in life, something happens, now you're doing something and something suddenly happens. So that is with the Moon and Ketu combination. So that is something which gives you problems because of your foolishness also. So leprosy we see from Rahu and Ketu both, and sudden wealth, sudden death, suddenness, anything related to suddenness is because of Ketu. So that is something which is about the planets. I would just quickly take up the signs also, which is very important. Aries sign, from Aries I will start and go through the Pisces sign. So Aries is a pure benefic, and it is also, the sign where, Jupiter and Sun are very happy. So that's how I take up in my advanced predictive techniques. I will be sharing with you that what planet is benefic for you. So Jupiter and Sun, and how you should do the prediction. So you have to see all that. Aries is a very very strong sign to start anything new. You must see the condition of Aries in your horoscope. So Aries is actually going to be helping you start or take up anything new, anything in a very positive manner. Initiations we see from Aries. Just a moment. Share with you. Live session, so just give me a moment. I will share with you everything. Make notes. Yeah. So Aries is a male sign. It's a cardinal, or we can say movable sign, and it denotes the head. It's fiery, and one is very extrovert, one is very courageous, one is energetic, quick to act, and headstrong. Taurus is a female sign, and it is fixed. It's earthy, productive, loyal, stable, luxurious, sweet, beautiful, conservative, stubborn, possessive. It denotes neck region. And Gemini is a male sign, and it's mutable, that is dual sign. Airy, communicative, restless, thinker, witty, adaptable, superficial, skillful, with hands, nervous, and it denotes shoulders. Cancer is a female sign, and it's cardinal. Cardinal means movable and watery, emotional, nurturing, caring, maternal, sensitive, moody, intuitive, attached, dependent, needs security always, and denotes the chest region. Leo is a male one, and it's a fixed, fiery energy, very expressive, creative, flamboyant, dramatic, noble, passionate, self-centered, because Leo is the king. Okay, so it has to be on the top, right? Virgo, and denotes the heart region. Virgo is a female, movable, or we can say mutable sign, earthy, and they are the perfectionists actually, organizers, attention to detail, critical, health conscious, practical, lover of routine. Libra is a male sign, cardinal, airy, diplomatic, very just, balanced, social achiever, idealistic, and denotes the reproductive parts. Virgo denotes stomach. Scorpio is female, fixed, watery, mysterious, secretive, fond of occult, passionate, intense, sexually very active, psychic, investigative, persevering, vengeful, jealous, and denotes the sexual organs. Sagittarius is male, mutable, fiery, jovial, carefree, enthusiastic, lucky, adventurous, philosophical, high achiever, religious, nature, lover, and denotes the thigh region. Capricorn is a female cardinal, that means movable sign, earthy, career-oriented, materialistic, persevering, very patient, disciplined, authoritarian, conservative, serious, melancholic, and very rigid, and denotes the knees and the calves. Also, the shin region comes under this. Aquarius is a male sign, fixed, watery, fixed, airy, sorry, not watery, airy energy, humanitarian, humble, a natural teacher, hero of the underdog, eccentric, inventive, futuristic, technological, mystical, or philosophical. Denotes the ankle region. Pisces is a female, mutable, watery. Mutable means the movable sign, and cardinal means the dual sign. Okay, the cardinal energy. Sorry, not the dual sign. Cardinal is a cardinal energy, no? Mutable cardinal. So cardinal is a watery energy. Okay. Movable, sorry. Cardinal is movable. Cardinal is movable, and mutable is dual. Okay. And where was I? Okay. Aquarius is the ankle region. Pisces is a female, mutable, watery, religious, spiritual, compassionate, intuitive, imaginative, inspirational, dreamy, very gullible, elusive, and like a chameleon also. They can merge, adaptable, they are very adaptable. And feet region denotes the feet region. All right. So this is what is the 12 signs. So this is a quick one, so that you are aware of the basics. Okay, so we have to see all the which is malefic, which is benefic. All this is little deeper we have to go into. Okay, now, okay, so this is the horoscope, how it looks like. So this is the first house. So if we see this is a square chart, and this is the diamond chart. Now, these are the two types of charts that I use. There are others also. We have named them as North Indian and South Indian and East Indian. So like that. So this is what is the first house. So this one is anti-clock, and this one is the clockwise. See, most of the people use this one. Why? Because the Earth, if you put it in the center, so the planets are revolving like this, so it becomes easier to study. And here it is very easy for you to understand the trine and the kendras. So that is the difference. But definitely, these are going to be very important, because for all the ascendants, this is the first house where AS is written, is the first house which rises from the east at the time of your birth, when you're born. So that is something which sets the tone. If you're Aries, so the second house has to be Taurus, third house has to be Gemini, and so on and so forth. So first house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. And here it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, it's the clockwise. So if the ascendant is Taurus, so make this your first house, and then second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth, seventh, eighth, like that. So Taurus, if you put it here, so the second house will be Gemini. So that is how you have to. So these are the numbering done for the Kala Purusha. So this is the Kala Purusha Kundali, the natural zodiac man. So that starts from Aries and all the way till Pisces. So this is for the naive who don't know astrology. So the ones who know astrology will be aware of these two charts that are they set the tone of the horoscope. So this is something which is very important to know as well. Okay. So suppose we are talking about the trinal houses. These are the dharma houses, dharma trikonas, very important ones. Dharma trikonas are 1, 5, 9 houses, not the signs I'm talking about. These are the houses. So when you're born with the planets here, so this becomes the purpose and the duty of your life. If you're born under 2, 6, and 10, that means your purpose is, these are the Artha houses. So your purpose is to generate wealth, okay? And your livelihood, your vocation. So that is something which we see from these signs. Okay, what is your accumulation of wealth, how you will work, which job you will be in, what kind of profession. So we see the second house, 6th house, and the 10th house for wealth. Okay, and what is the capacity for you to accumulate wealth? What is your habit to how you can be happy? Which particular thing you will do and which will make you happy? Okay. Then 3, 7, 11. These houses are the Kama houses. Kama means desire. So what is your motivation? What is the sense of curiosity, the urge to venture into new areas of life? That is why, the 11th house is the house of innovation also, your friends, right? So that is something which will give you the inclination to learn more about the exploration part that you have, the capacity to explore, that we see from these houses. And they also are the goals that we have set in our lives, like-minded people we come across. So that is something which is also the desire that we want to mix with people like those. Then comes the 4, 8, 12 houses. That is the moksha trine. Now, moksha trine is moksha means liberation. So this means that you need to rise above the worldly material world, worldly affairs, where you will attain the inner peace. See, this is the house of mother, lap. 4th house is the house of peace, happiness. So whenever we see the happiness question, we see the 4th house, the 1st house and the 4th house. 1st house is you. And 4th house is what is your perspective, how you can be happy. So this is something which is very, very important. The most important house is the 4th house, because that's something which actually will tell you what kind of peace, what kind of happiness quotient you will derive in this life. And 8th house is the house of Ayu, how you will die, or how you what is your longevity. Okay, 12th house is where you will be able to expand your consciousness and your awareness. That is something which happens when you are alone, when you're just isolating yourself. That is something which you see from your 12th house. That's the way you have to check the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Now, there is the second classification. That is how good, bad, active, inert, auspicious, inauspicious, extrovert or introvert you are. The quality. So that is decided by the kendras and the trines, upchayas and the dusthanas. So kendras are actually 1, 4, 7, 10 houses. I'm not talking about the signs right now, just the houses. So 1, 4, 7, 10 are the angular houses, the kendra houses. Now, this is something which will make one active on the physical plane. You will achieve like what you can achieve in the outer world. See, this is something which is your personal life also. 1st is you, 4th is your family, 7th is your relationship, 10th is your karma house. So this is these 4 pillars are very important to judge the strength of the horoscope actually. If you have more the planets in here, positive planets, the horoscope becomes very strong. If you have more of the malefics, the Ayu also gets suffers, and your life also is full of obstacles and hurdles. Trinal houses are the strongest, 1, 5, 9. These are the dharma trikonas also, and the angular and the they are called the trines also. So this is the house of auspiciousness. Basically, what kind of fortune you have brought, what kind of fortune you will, the luck factor in the positive energy in your life. If you don't have strong 159, then it becomes very difficult to attain success easily, because ninth house is the house of luck. Fifth house is the house of Purva Punya. So whatever efforts you're going to be putting, whether you will be getting that kind of result or not, whether they'll be paid off or not, that is what we see from 159 houses. Upchaya means 3, 6, 10, 11 houses. They are the increasing houses. 3, 6, 10, and 11. So these are actually the houses which will tell you how your strength is. What kind of strength is there in you, or what kind of valor do you have, that we see from the third house, how you can make money, because it's the second from the second house. So what kind of money, how you can improve your efforts to attain that kind of success in life, we see from your third house. Sixth house is how you can actually combat your enemies, how you can pay off your, how you can combat your diseases. So that is something which shows from the sixth house. 10th house is your house of action, how you can put, where you should put the action to grow. Upchaya means how you can grow. If you will put your efforts in the wrong direction, you will not get the success, right? You will not grow. 11th house is the house which gives you fulfillment of desires. If you will grow, only then you will fulfill your desires. If you will fulfill your desires, you will grow spiritually also, and grow worldly wise also. So that is something which will give you impulse as well as innovation. Those sthanas are 6, 8, 12. Now these are the bad places, basically. Sixth house is also part of Upchaya, remember, but at the same time, it is also disease, debts, loans, enemies. So that is why it is also considered to be a negative place. And eighth house is the house of injury, death, diseases which are chronic diseases. So we see from the 8th house. 12th house is the release from the material world, but this is also the warehouse, that is the house of losses, hospitalization, imprisonment. So what kind of difficult affairs you will go through in life, you see from these 3 houses. And any of the planets situated in here might give you troubles or less troubles, but these are troublesome houses undoubtedly. Okay, so you can definitely combat all those if at all you are strong enough. Okay, then we are going to be talking about what else should I share with you? I'm just thinking, because the basic concept is that you should see the houses, what kind of planets you have in what houses. So that will decide, or that will decipher the condition of your horoscope. If you have more planets in the kendras, the horoscope definitely becomes very strong. If you have planets, good planets, suppose Jupiter or Venus in the 9th house, definitely very positive for you. It will give strength to that. That means the luck factor is enhanced, and you're getting that kind of luck also. And you see sun, suppose if you have to see Leo sign, suppose you're a Leo rising, so Jupiter, Mars, Moon are your friends. So if they are placed in the triangle houses, they will give good results. If Saturn and Venus are your negative planets, enemies, so they will not give good results. So for Aries natives, you will have Sun, Moon, Mars, Sun, Moon, Jupiter as your friends. Mercury is your bitter enemy, right? Jupiter, for Jupiter ruled signs, that is Pisces and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Mars are strong. Venus and Mercury are not. They are not the friendly planets. So that's how you have to check. And there's a concept of Yogakara Graha also, like suppose for Taurus and Libra, Saturn is the Yogakara Graha. For Capricorn and Aquarius, Venus is a Yogakara Graha. Yogakara Graha is actually the Kendra ruler and the trine ruler simultaneously. That is the Yogakara Graha. So for these 4 especially, this is a very important to check that, they are well placed. So the Yogakara Grahas are very strong. Okay. And what else should I tell you? Just thinking, because there are so many things. 1 second. So I've told you the ascendant is yours, is the self, the first house that I said, it's the self, and that describes your personality. Yeah, let me tell you about little bit about the houses also. First house, this is the first house. Here is the first house. So first house is the house of self, appearance. How is your character? How is your personality? How is your early childhood? That is decided by the first house. I made an elaborate video on the houses. You can watch that also if you want to understand, because that will help you. The whole elaboration is required when I'm talking about it. It's the beginning part, actually. The first house is the beginning, the early childhood. The child is just born. That is what, the energy levels are so high when a child is born. He's so, like, he looks here and there. So the first house is when you're born. Second house is when you start talking. Food, what are your food habits? Third house is your communication. What kind of communication you have with people. So fourth house is your immediate, education, basic education, your mother, your connection with people. Then fifth house is by the time you grow, you will be doing the higher education. That is the undergraduation, not the higher education, but the undergrad. And also this is the house of romance, that also starts during this adolescence. Then sixth house is the house of your how you combat with people. You're just heading to that. It's sort of a house where you learn to develop the relationship with others. You might just should not neglect your body. There are competitions also that you have to go through. So from first to the seventh house, in fact, this is the invisible half. Invisible half means it's the midnight time, it's the night time, because first house is when sun rises. Seventh house is when sun descends or sets. So when sun rises, it is the daytime, and this is the night time. So that is why, a night time is ruled by females, and this is the daytime ruled by male. So females are generally, they are introvert, they are looking after their family life, they are wanting to accumulate money, communication, all that is the female attribute. And when it comes to the male attributes, that is what, they do. Like this is the house of communication with people, outer world. Then eighth house is obstacles, hurdles. You have to grow now. So that is how, you start enhancing yourself more. So that is the ninth house. If you have not attained enough knowledge, you want to attain knowledge now, because you want to combat with your problems and hurdles that you are going through. Then the 10th house is your karma house. How you have learned, have you learned your lesson? Have you learned anything in life? That is something after your higher education, you move on to earning more. So that is the 10th house. 11th house is fulfillment of desires, your friend circle, how you contribute to the society. That is also seen from the 11th house. Your creative aspirations, your dreams, your goals, your chosen vocation. Your vocation means your profession that you have chosen, whether you'll be successful or not, whether your deepest wishes and ambitions are going to fulfill or not. That you see from the 11th house. And your older siblings is also seen from here. Then comes the 12th house. 12th house is the house of spiritual liberation, warehouse. It is the loss of the self. So that means whatever you are, you have to let go now. You have learned your lessons of life. You have achieved a lot. Now you should let go. Any kind of material growth that you have attained, now is the time to go in for the higher consciousness. So this is something which will be giving you the the sexual pleasures also are seen from the 12th house. Why? Because you are actually out of your the experience is like out of the body. So you feel connected, your spiritual liberation, you get connected with that source during that particular time. So that is your subconscious thoughts, your dreams, your astral plane, your sensitivity, all that is seen from your 12th house, and your sacrificing nature also. How sacrificing you are, how you can, and also, I've seen people having Rahu here are addicted to something or the other. Any kind of addictions is also seen from the 12th house. And what kind of spiritual angle is attached in your life? What is your spirituality? That is seen from the 12th house. Anybody who is attached to the hospitals, you're a doctor, you're a surgeon, so 12th house has to be very strong. Okay. And when somebody is asking planets, no planets in a particular zone means that you have to work through that particular zone even more. You have to put your effort to that, attain that particular area of life. Suppose you don't have planets in the 4th house. Okay, so you have to, you're always in the quest for achieving that happiness. You're in the quest to attain that satisfaction in life, the peace in life, for example. Okay. Suppose your first house is empty, no planets in the first house. That means it means that you have to, actually, you're looking for your own self. You want to, what is your, what are you, yourself? So you have to work through that to look for your own self, why you are here. So that is something, if there is no planet in the first one. Okay. So that could be irrespective of what exactly is your first sign, that depends on that. So losses, sleep, dreams, sexual enjoyment, liberation, higher consciousness, intoxication, solitude, imprisonment, foreign travels, all that is seen from the 12th house. Okay. So quick recap. First house is sense of self, physical body, life direction. Second house is family, knowledge, speech, food, earning ability. Third house, siblings, communication, courage, motivation, physical, mental coordination, movement, short travels. Fourth house is home, mother, emotions, all types of property matters, psychology, early education, childhood. Fifth house is children, creativity, past life talents or tendencies, speculation, recreation, capacity to love. Sixth house is daily work, routine, disease, resistance, potential, service, detail in work, ability to defeat competition, struggle, debts, obstacles. Seventh house is all types of partnership, business, marital status, dealings. If it was at seventh house is afflicted, so we say that either it's a delay or denial, depending on the horoscope. Eighth house are life energy, causes of death, psychic talents, research, history, money through others, legacy, inheritance. We see from the 8th house. Ninth house is long distance travel, faith, religion, spiritual belief system, generosity, luck, higher learning. 10th house is career, authority figures, fame, status in life. 11th house, deep goals and wishes, groups, friends, unearned wealth through profits, opportunities, elder brother. All that is seen from the 12th house, 11th house. And 12th house is losses, sleep, dreams, sexual enjoyment, liberation, higher consciousness, intoxication, solitude, imprisonment, foreign travel, staying abroad is also seen from the 12th house. So this is what is the basics. So I hope you can now understand the house, at least the houses and the the signs, the significations, because this video can be prolonged. If I start doing the karakas, which is the karaka of the houses, then we can do the planetary configurations, combinations. Then what happens when the lord of the first is in the 4th house or 7th house, lord of the 11th is in the 8th house, what happens? So this can go on and on, but the basics we must know. And then, for Aries ascendant, suppose we are doing Aries ascendant only. So what is the first house doing? So first house, I've done the blank chart reading also. So that is something which I'm thinking of covering in the advanced predictive techniques, which will help you understand your horoscope. So do book, a slot in your this advanced, Parashara conference. Yeah. this one. There's a lecture by me on the 19th of November. So all the details are mentioned. So you can just go and watch that video also. I'll share the link in the description box. So do watch that, and you will know what exactly are the details about this particular conference. So there you will know the next step, what I've just taught you today. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.